Barnhart sets up away. He sights the sign and deals and just missed with 103.
Hey, can we rerun that? Did he just say 103 miles an hour?
Sights the sign and deals and just missed with 103.
Yeah, nope, I'm good. I am fine behind my desk in the comfort of my home, not having to hit 103. No thank you. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap Spring Training Edition. This is episode number 3. I want to say thank you all so much for the love on the first 2 episodes. You guys are absolutely loving the fact that baseball is back, and I wanted to say thank you for all the love. And if this is your first time on the channel, we did not miss a single recap in the 2020 season. So if you want to stay up to date with the game of baseball, this is the best place to be. Fernando Tatis Jr. is hitting grand slams. We have guys throwing 103 miles an hour. We have 2 of them in today's video. And then also Cleveland might have won, I'm going to put that in air quotations, might have won the Francisco Lindor trade, because the prospect they got in return for Mr. Francisco, he's raking right now, and it makes me so happy to see. Now, before we talk about George Springer making his debut for the Blue Jays and same with Kike Hernandez for the Red Sox, I want to talk about a big-time change for the 2021 MLB season, and that is the fact that in-game video replay is finally coming back. So, if you don't remember, the 2017 Astros, they were using a live video feed to cheat and bang on trash cans. We all know what happened. We're not going to talk about that today, but that resulted in punishing the 2020 hitters by not allowing them to review stuff in the dugout. But that is back. iPads will be live in every single dugout. So let's say Aaron Judge strikes out against Chris Sale. Judge will be able to go into the dugout, review his latest at-bat, and adjust his plate approach in his second AB. Now, this did affect the league because we saw the league-wide batting average drop from 252 to 245. That was the lowest since 1968 when the league average was 237. We also saw a decline in home run rate and an increase in strikeouts. So that is something to keep in mind. In-game video replay is back. Hopefully, no one takes advantage of it.
Just little things that he does like that right there.
And a base hit it to right field. His first hit in spring as a Cardinal to right.
Almost has that, like, the calmness of his body almost reminds me a little bit of Mark McGwire.
But like I mentioned, George Springer made his debut yesterday in a Blue Jays uniform, and I just have to throw this out here. He looks better in a Blue Jays uniform than he does an Astros uniform, and to me, he is going to have a breakout season now that he is free of the chains of the Astros and that whole cheating scandal. I'm excited what the Jays can do with that lineup because it is deep, it is young, they're going to be good for quite some time. Another player that made his debut for his brand new team, Kike Hernandez. He looks very fresh in a Red Sox uniform as well. He went yard, and I just think the Red Sox could be very sneaky because there's one player that no one's talking about, Bobby Dalbec. He had a home run in 5 straight games dating back to last year, which was a rookie record. If he is playing a great first base and he's raking along with another player, Jarren Duran, he is getting a lot of comps to Jared Kelenic, aka the second coming of Grady Sizemore. So if Bobby Dalbec can have a Rookie of the Year campaign, and if Jarren Duran can maybe have a few sneaky starts every now and then and perform really well, the Red Sox could be very much ahead of schedule because ever since they traded Mookie Betts, it's been downhill. But Jarren Duran, Jeter Downs, Bobby Dalbec, these are young players with a lot of talent, and I like them going forward. We're going to introduce a little segment today. This is K of the Day, courtesy of Chris Rodriguez versus Joey Votto. This is The Sword.
Here comes the next pitch, the 2-2, and Votto chases.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword. You're not a sword.
We're going to stay on the topic of pitchers, and we're going to bring up Hunter Greene, the #1 pick, I believe from the 2017-18. I don't remember when he was drafted, but my younger brother has played with him, and he said that he is the real deal. He was throwing 103 miles an hour yesterday, and if you don't remember, Hunter Greene can also rake. This is a clip of him hitting a home run a few years ago in college. The guy is going to be special. I can't wait to see what he does as a big leaguer. And also, speaking of 102, 103 miles an hour, Jordan Hicks of the St. Louis Cardinals, he is nearing a return. He missed pretty much the entire 2020 season after having a breakout year in 2019. At 22 years old, he was able to cut down his walks and increase his strikeouts. He had 20 saves. I believe that Jordan Hicks is going to be a linchpin in the Cardinals bullpen for the next decade. Andrew Miller is coming back from injury as well. So if they can get a healthy Andrew Miller and a healthy Jordan Hicks, the Cardinals they're going to be sneaky good in terms of the bullpen. Also, Gallegos, he's amazing. Now, remember the intro where I said that I am comfortable staying at my house, being behind a computer screen? You can't hurt me over here. The same applies for Dustin May, who is the 6th starter for the Dodgers. This makes no sense. This sequence was 99, 100, 101, and then an 88-mile-an-hour wipeout slider, curveball, changeup, whatever the heck it was. This is just not fair.
And the first pitch to Tatis is launched to deep left field. Slam Diego has come to Arizona, and Tatis, a no-doubter, way up on the berm in left.
My. First pitch fastball, center cut.
There you saw it. Fernando Tatis Jr. is bringing Slam Diego to spring training, and I cannot be happier. He is now the face of baseball. I'm sorry if you're an Angels fan and you take offense to that. It's just Mike Trout doesn't say anything. Is Mike Trout the best player in baseball? Without a doubt, if you say anything aside from Mike Trout is the best player in baseball, you deserve to get a smack in the face. Now, if you said Mookie Betts, I wouldn't really argue with you too much, but going in to the 2021 Major League Baseball season, there is no one better than Mike Trout. I'm sorry, I have to say it right there, but because he doesn't speak, Fernando Tatis Jr., he's out here raking, he's playing great defense, he's stealing bases, he's bat flipping, he's on the cover of MLB The Show 21, the first ever baseball video game to come to both consoles for the show franchise. I mean, yes, he is the face of baseball, and he is starting off spring training with a bang. And if you're a Dodgers fan saying, yo, why is he bat flipping in spring training? You are just salty. You beat the Padres last year in the postseason because they were down Dinelson Lamet and Mike Clevenger. The series would have been a whole lot closer if they weren't injured. So stop with the whole saltiness. It's not a good look. Remember this name going forward, Andrew Vaughn of the Chicago White Sox. I believe that he is the number 14 ranked prospect in all of baseball going into the next season. He's one of those first basemen that doesn't really make sense. He's almost a Paul Goldschmidt type player because Andrew Vaughn can steal bases. And if you don't remember, Paul Goldschmidt's career high in stolen bases was 32. My jaw dropped when I was doing a random search on Paul Goldschmidt. I was like, wait, he stole 32 bases once upon a time, and Andrew Vaughn can be that next guy. He went yard yesterday, and the White Sox are going to be scary good for their foreseeable future because they're young, they're talented, and they're hungry. I can't wait to see what they do. Now, kind of on the flip side, a team that is in the middle of rebuilding, but kind of not really, the Cleveland Indians. Yesterday, we saw Andres Gimenez, the main player involved in the Francisco Lindor trade, hit a home run. That means so far in the first 2 games of spring training, he has a home run, a triple, 2 singles, so he's 4 for 4. And then Gabriel Arias, who was acquired in the Mike Clevenger trade from the Padres, he is 5 for 5. The 2 players with the most hits in spring training to start it are both players of Cleveland. That's kind of nice. Now, granted, it is spring training, so I do not want to put too much weight into it, but this is very promising considering I thought 2021 was going to be a wash. We were not going to win any games, but I'm feeling 80 to 85 wins. It could happen. Now, the last 2 subjects of today's video are going to be a little bit things I wish I didn't have to talk about, but I do want to talk about. Mickey Callaway, he was the former pitching coach of the Cleveland Indians. He has pretty much been ostracized from the game. I hope that he never has an opportunity in the game ever again because he has been he's been sending pictures of himself, unwarranted pictures of himself, to women throughout the league, and you just can't have that. I don't believe in cancel culture, but when he's doing this with multiple different franchises and the franchise is sweeping it under the rug because Cleveland came out and said that yes, they knew about it, that behavior should not be accepted and he needs to get out. Now, one more player that was very iffy off the field, Odubel Herrera. If you think that name sounds familiar, that's because he's a former all-star outfielder with the Phillies, but he's playing in his first game since 2019 because he was suspended by the league for some off-the-field stuff. I won't say the exact word because YouTube will demonetize me, but you guys pretty much can infer what I'm talking about. He's in the same crowd as Addison Russell, Domingo Germán, just not a nice guy, and he's a former all-star outfielder, so if he can produce, I mean, the Phillies quietly got a pretty good player, although not a lot of people like him anymore, so we'll see if they can forgive him. All right, everyone, well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for stopping by yet again. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all of my social medias at Fuzzy from YT. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for yet another recap. Peace out.